Hi everybody and welcome back. This is Dush and you're watching Dine and Unwind. On tonight's show, we're gonna visit a little oasis in the city that you may have already noticed driving down Duplication Road. Now if you've never actually taken the time to stop and step inside the Colombo Courtyard, yep, that's where we're at. Well, let me tell you, you're about to be blown away by the whimsical artistry of this place. And even more importantly, the hotel has 3 distinct spaces for dining in, of which we're gonna check out the Scarlet Room tonight. I just can't wait to see what they're gonna throw on our plates, so stay tuned. Hi guys, so now I have for you the CEO of the Colombo Courtyard, and that's Nishan Munasinghe. Thank you so much for having me here.
Pleasure is mine to have you here.
Thank you. Nishan, tell us, how did this all come about?
Well, the concept of the hotel came about. The brainchild behind it is Mr. Arun Thapa, the proprietor of the business. He decided that he wanted to make a business boutique hotel in the heart of Colombo with a completely different mindset with regards to making sure that it's a green-oriented hotel. And this is how it all started. He got together with a lady by the name of Sunela Jawardana, who is an architect and also an environmentalist. And they put their heads together and they came up with the product of Colombo Courtyard. And everything you see pretty much with all the artifacts, the whole outlets in the layout is very much geared up with all recycled materials throughout the entire hotel.
And I must say, congratulations. The space does look amazing. I mean, it's whimsical, it's artistic, and it is a playground for adults, really. It truly is. It's really quirky. I mean, I don't know how else to put it.
And I think it's the only art incorporated hotel in the city because you don't have another hotel that has the elements in the city. So I think that's quite, like you said, it's very quirky, and that's what it's all about, and that stands out.
So you have this quite a strong feel of what your brand represents. Do you see it evolving further? I mean, do you have any plans for it?
Yes, we do. I think the idea behind it is if any other things that will come up, especially with regards to evolving and taking the brand further, we will definitely be looking at it. And that's something that Mr. Thapa is very passionate about, and I'm sure he will push that through.
But that's great news. And well, you've been in business for about 3 years, and it's a relatively short time, but I hear you've accomplished some pretty impressive things. Do you mind speaking about that?
Sure. Basically, we, in this short phase of time, like you said, we are the first hotel in the whole of Southeast Asia to have achieved carbon neutral status. Carbon neutrality is something that not everybody can achieve, especially in the city, in the heart of the city. To achieve that sort of thing, it takes a lot of work and effort to have gone in. That's one of the few things. But more other things that we are very proud of is that we won the World Luxury Hotel Award for the Luxury Business Hotel in 2013. They're currently contacted me for the next award for 2014. I think we possibly might be winning that as well. Some fingers crossed. And then we have won the Best Hotel Interior Award for the Asia Pacific region. We won it in 2013. In 2014 we won it already. And of course the Service Excellence Award for TripAdvisor, which is obviously expected within our line of business, of course. And of course the Food Safety Award, which obviously every hotel must have, and we actually won it for 2013 and 14 as well. So those are things that we're obviously very proud of.
Wow, I think I'm just going to come spend a weekend here just for kicks. You sold me on that. But actually, thank you. And well, you were speaking of food safety, so yes. Coming back to what the show's about, the food. Certainly. I mean, you have 3 restaurants in the space, and we're going to try out one today. Could you speak a bit about the menu?
Certainly. Now, as you know, we specialize especially in Italian cuisine and the authenticity of the product itself. So you will get a chance to taste 3 plates of food, essentially to typically signify what Italian cuisine is all about. You will have some seafood in that. You will have I think we've got a dish for you which incorporates prawns as well as salmon as a starter. And then the main course, we're doing a tagliatelle with beef fillet, which is another happening. I think it's from Catalan, but I'm not sure. But yeah, I leave that specialization for my chef to do. That's why he is there as my chef. And of course, we've got a fantastic dessert put together by my chef who specializes, who's a French patisserie chef, who specializes in that cuisine. And you're going to taste quite an unusual dessert today.
Well, that is really exciting because I love my Italian. And I love dessert even more if that's possible. So I can't wait to get started. So maybe we should just head on back.
Absolutely. Let's go and do it.
Sure. Thank you so much. No problem. Hi guys, it's kitchen time again, and I have the Colombo Courtyard's executive chef, Chef Malindu, and he's going to make a really interesting dish that's from the south of Italy, where you actually worked for quite a while.
Actually, I worked in Milan. I was there. This one is a very indigenous and very famous dish in Milan. Yeah, everybody used to have this before their main courses and pasta dishes as an antipasto.
Sure. And I see lots of interesting ingredients. And maybe before we get started, could you probably maybe list out all the stuff you have here?
Yeah, I have fresh salmon, jumbo prawns, basil leaves, flavored breadcrumbs, quail leg, tomatoes, mixed herbs, parsley, rosemary, chopped parsley, black olives, julienne of carrot and zucchini, iceberg lettuce, and capers.
Fantastic. And it's called prawn and salmon catalan. So there you have it. So let's get started, chef.
That's true.
So what do we need to do to the seafood once it's all chopped up?
First thing is I'm going to marinate it for a certain time, and then I'm going to get ready with my food bouillon. That is the place where I'm going to cook it. Yes. It's very simple, though it has to be very precise with the taste. I mean, when we are calling it authentic,
Exactly.
it has to be authentic. Just open up a little.
Sure. And the legume prawn, of course, from Sri Lanka, I assume?
Of course.
Yeah.
It's going to be marinated, and I will keep this for a while, and now I'm going to do my courtyard.
So how long do you leave it for? A couple of minutes? 5?
About 2 minutes or 5.
So chef has his poaching liquid here, which is traditionally known as courtyard, which is a very traditional French method of cooking. And so what he's going to do is he's going to use that stock to prepare the seafood.
Prepare the seafood. Actually, I'm going to boil the salmon only. The prawn is going to be sort of padellata, we call it in Italian.
Sure.
We are going to crumb it, but without deep frying it. We are going to shallow fry it just over a pan.
Sounds good. So if somebody is doing this at home, could you just use a vegetable stock cube instead?
Of course.
How long does this poaching take?
Just about 2 minutes maximum. If we overcook that, you will lose the flavor. Now I'm going to do my prawns as well.
I say better than making instant noodles, which takes 2 minutes. You might as well poach some salmon. You'll be eating a lot healthier.
Yeah, of course.
Wow, that smells unbelievable. So, relatively easy to make. I guess it's a matter of finding the herbs and the ingredients you would need to make the Italian breadcrumb if you were trying it at home. The good thing is all of it is available now.
Most of the places it is. Now we have just done the salmon, which is the perfect extent.
So that's what the poached salmon looks like when it comes out.
Yes.
And chef's gonna add his marinade, like it's while it's still
Catalana marination. Okay, now I'm going to add some lime juice. In the meantime, I'll turn this off.
I can't wait to bite into one of those.
Some olive oil. Where the ingredients are not pre-combined, where you have to do it then and there.
And what's that?
That's white vinegar.
Okay.
And some chopped parsley, fresh basil.
Of course, you can't have Italian food without basil.
Of course. And some diced tomato.
I love that it's very chunky and rustic, and it's not. Yeah, it's not very. It doesn't look very delicate, but it looks delicious.
And crispy, it's more to a summer starter. When you are sweat a lot, when you are out there.
Like right now.
Yes. And little capers. Okay. Now I have almost everything. Shall I add here? Some salt.
A little bit of seasoning, salt, pepper, the usual.
Yeah.
What's
The
that?
speciality here is what makes the difference is the white oregano. Yeah. White vinegar and lime gives a special flavor, and of course it helped by the celery.
Okay. So the key ingredients that make this flavor profile for you, you say, is the vinegar, the celery.
Celery and
the
lime.
The lime.
Yeah. Okay, now we are almost done. And we'll let this be here sometime till I get ready with my plate.
Yes. And already it looks super healthy, and it looks, more importantly, super delicious.
Super delicious and full of proteins, fatty acids, where you have salmon, prawns.
Exactly. Yes. So we are ready to plate up this bad boy, and we have chef's delicious looking prawns. And if you ever wondered why crustaceans such as crab, lobster, and even prawn change this pinky orange color, it's not that it's so much changing color as other pigments that camouflage these reds and oranges die out in the heat. So it's not so much changing as they're appearing to the surface, because others are burnt off in the heat. So that's an interesting fact. So shall I? Yes.
This is a little bit of fondo bruno. It's Italian brown sauce. Okay. Of julienne. We call them capelli in Italian. That means a julienne, not a general julienne, it's a long julienne.
Okay.
Just like hair julienne.
It is. Thank you. And look at that. It looks distinctly Italian, I must say. I can't wait to try it. And now we have the main.
The main, of course.
Yes. beautiful start, and we're going to our main. And it's going to be one of my favorite things in the whole wide world, which is, well, it's a pasta dish. It's a
tagliatelle pasta with the sun-dried tomato sauce, topped up with the classical Italian tagliata of beef with mushroom tripolata.
Sounds impressive. Well, I can't wait to see it. And the thing is, and I'm really excited that you're using a flat pasta because I think they taste so much better than...
And homemade.
Yes, and exactly. They're all homemade. So actually, we're going to start off by making the pasta, and you can try this at home as well. It's not that complicated. So she's going to guide us through it. But what do we need to get the pasta going?
For the fresh pasta, I'm using whole eggs, whole wheat flour, saffron and salt, and some olive oil. And I'm going to do it with the pasta machine.
So, what do we do? Sure. Let's tip this way?
Sure.
So, we just throw all our flour in a bowl?
All the flour in the bowl, okay. Now we're going to break the egg. These are pre-checked, okay?
Yes. Yes, otherwise it's a bad idea just to crack it into your mix.
Pinch of salt, not too much. Pinch of saffron. Little olive oil, otherwise it would be too elastic.
And saffron is very expensive to come by, so I guess if somebody was to use, let's say, turmeric, it should be okay.
Or otherwise the secret here is if you have good quality egg yolks.
Okay.
It's yellowish and yellowish, almost orange.
You just want that color.
Yes.
Right. I really need to get myself one of those. Those look so handy.
It's not that hard to make, once you get your hand, do 2-3 times. Even you can use a rolling pin at home if you don't have a machine.
Yeah, because you see cracks in it right now, so you keep rolling it until you get the...
There's a secret behind it. That means the pasta makes a noise. A sort of a sound when you're rolling out, it's pop up. When it pop up for the first time, you have to stop it.
Okay.
The rolling.
What do you mean pop up? Okay, I can't wait to hear this.
I'll show it to you. You have to close the pasta like this, and then you make a sort of a pocket here, and then pass it through.
And the textures change considerably from the first roll.
Yes. What comes out, the air which is blocked in between,
that's the pop.
It pops up.
Oh, this is so much fun. I'm definitely getting a machine as soon as I get home. Oh, that's becoming quite long.
Yeah, of course.
Once more?
Once more. Just we have to stop at number 2, where you have 10 gauges here.
Okay.
For different kinds of pastas, there are different kinds of sizes, where it changes the name as well.
That's like 6 feet, no, 5 feet long?
4.5 maybe. It's just out of 200 grams of flour. It's a raw meal,
I know, so this would feed, I'm assuming, what, 5 people?
You can feed easily 3 people.
3 people. Okay.
So now we have to cut off the edges. These edges make other pastas where you can fazzoletti. Oh, there is a name for everything. Now this one, they make it as fazzoletti, okay? And the same thing now we have to have...
so this will also become a lasagna sheet if you want it, right?
Lasagna, cannelloni. This is a basic recipe for the fresh pastas. Now I'm going to use the second gauge.
Sure.
Tagliatelle.
Should I catch it from the other side?
Yes, sure.
Should we have a plate? Oh, wow. So, let's get started.
Here we have beef fillet, chopped onion and crushed garlic from the Bruno, basically brown sauce, mixed herbs, rosemary, basil, parsley, chopped parsley, mixed mezzogiano of vegetables, basil, sun-dried tomato for the fresh pasta, and mushroom for mushroom tripolata. So I'm going to use the beef. This size of a piece would be enough.
Wow, so quite a big chunk.
250 grams.
And what chef is saying about this tagliata is there's a very interesting method of cutting.
Method of cutting, actually none other nation do that. I think so, for me, I mean, I have seen a little, okay, but what the other people do is, other nationalities, we eat, if we want to eat medium or rare, but when we ask for a steak, medium, sometimes the middle part would be like oblong.
Sure.
We would be hasty to eat.
Sure.
But Italian style, they stop the cooking, and I'll show you, and they just cut it into slant pieces.
Sure. So that the heat gets in.
And it cooks individually.
Lovely.
Effective.
Probably even more so than Sri Lankans if that's possible.
Salt, pepper, a piece of crushed garlic. These are Italian secrets, okay? More salt and some olive oil.
So chef is going to start off with the sauce like he said, and for that we need the sun-dried tomatoes that I was just going on about. And there you go, chef. So chef is roughly dicing it, well, chopping it I suppose. I love that you use the oil from the tomato because it will have a lot more flavor.
A little onion, some crushed garlic. We can remove that later. And in the meantime, beef as well.
And that's one thing I really do like about Italian cuisine. It's almost how we Sri Lankans cook. It's not like French where they labor over how the onion is cut, or it's very rustic. You just smash up the garlic, you just throw it in. And
yeah, that's why it says that the Italian cuisine is something which goes on.
Sure, and it's from the heart. It's really soul cooking.
It enhances and it creates every day a dish. But in French cuisine, it's more into a classical side where we don't create.
Sure, and it's very rigid with a lot of rules. But the rules are there for a reason. I mean, it's very complicated cooking and the flavors are amazing.
Those rules has been made by the chefs who was in those days, in the revolution time, for the other cooks not to change the recipes.
Right.
Fixing together.
So we live in a different age now.
Actually, it's going to be a flavored oily base sauce. Okay.
I was actually going to ask if you were going to put cream, but then I noticed in your lineup you didn't have any cream. Yeah.
Now I'm going to season my beef. Some more garlic into there. I'm going to do my mushroom.
So this is to prep the mushrooms, I guess.
Yeah.
To roughly saute the mushrooms.
Saute the mushroom. Don't forget to throw the garlic, otherwise it would go over. Okay, now this is almost ready for me. So from the bruno. Basil. Do my small accompaniment.
So there are quite a lot of elements going into this.
A rich dish, you know.
Very rich.
Mangi come un signore, that means you eat like a gentleman.
It's more like a king.
More like a king. Some Italian flavors with oregano. Here I didn't add oregano, here I didn't add oregano, here. So
Right.
just you have to use one dish
With,
yeah.
So chef is done sealing the beef and now he's going to put those interesting cuts that he was talking about. So let's see how it's done. So guys, so basically it looks like this. So how long does it go in the oven?
It depends on how you want it. I mean, if you need it well done, it would take about 4 minutes, 5 minutes in an oven at 210 degrees.
So it's much quicker. If it's
Much quicker, yeah. Just to top up with some mushroom. Okay, here we go. Put this in the oven.
So guys, the beef went into the oven for about 2 minutes, and we have a couple of minutes, literally, to get the rest of it together. Yeah, so the pasta luckily takes only about 1.
Two portions. Just has to go inside.
But this dish must be a nightmare to make during a rush, because you need like all 3 burners for making one dish.
It's just
Plus the oven.
practice. Once it is floating, it means it's cooked.
That wasn't even a minute. That is fast.
If you're going to cook all the way in the boiler, so how can we give the flavor of the soul side?
Exactly. Wow. All yours. Yes, of course, we need to fish out those little nuggets of red deliciousness. So guys, I am on to my favorite part, which is making dessert with pastry expert Jean-Pierre. I didn't call him chef because he abhors the word, because he feels it's really archaic, and in this day and age that we should call them food experts.
Exactly. And the food especially have passion for the food. So you make beautiful food and everybody's happy.
Sure. And okay, so now what do you call it? I call it chef. How do I?
Food expert.
Food expert.
Or you can call me chef because I'm 40 years in the kitchen. Over 40 years.
Cool. So, chef, tell me a bit about your colorful past. You've done some pretty
My
amazing
past,
things.
we have time to learn to think about my past because it's so long, my past. So I've been all over the world. That's what I love food because you can travel. I've been from Jerusalem to Korea to Taiwan to Singapore to France to Germany to England, everywhere. I've done Sri Lanka. Such beautiful country.
3 interesting flavors, but before we get into that, she's going to walk us through the ingredients.
Yeah, interesting flavor plus decoration of unlimited things you can do.
Sure.
Food, we are food expert.
Exactly.
This is a chocolate chip cookies, homemade. This is a cashewnut, but roasted cashewnut. This is icing sugar. Little bit butter. Then we have the white chocolate for the decoration. Then we have the dark chocolate for the decoration. Then we have a whipping cream. Then we have a fresh strawberry. Well, we have to make some flour and make something very special. Then the peanut butter ice cream, homemade. Chocolate ice cream, homemade. And raspberry ice cream, homemade.
Wow. Okay. Let's get started.
Let's start it. So, you want that meat?
Yes.
So we are going to take a pillow and just scratch the chocolate chip.
It's fun. So this is going as the base.
As a base, yes. We have to put a little bit cashewnut, 1 tablespoon. Roasted cashewnut. Then we put a little bit icing sugar. So what makes the taste is all this mixture mixed together. Huh? A little bit fat, a little bit butter.
To hold it together.
Yes. And a little bit whipping cream also.
Wow, that's a lot of stuff.
So you see how interesting is it? Making more interesting.
Yeah, so guys, we mix up this whipped cream, butter, cookie, and
Very nice.
icing sugar.
So we put all the crust on the bottom of the form with 2 spoons. We flat.
And then we need to leave the crust to set.
Yeah, no need. You will set. We are just to put the ice cream on top. Huh? You can keep in the freezer for a few minutes, but it's set. It's set. You see, it's thick and it's nice, and it's going to be crunchy, and it's going to be a nice crust when you eat the ice cream very soft. Chocolate first. We take a big spoon of chocolate and we put on the bottom. So you see, I don't touch the food with a hand, nothing. I just keep it.
So now after the chocolate, we have the colorful raspberry.
Raspberry. Because when you cut, then you get the raspberry in the middle. So it's beautiful. And raspberry is made with fresh frozen raspberry, coming from Switzerland. Yeah, coming from Switzerland. So we put the raspberry. Then the last, we have to put the peanut butter ice cream. Amazing. Amazing. So we put the peanut ice cream carefully.
Making a bite. Okay, peanut butter.
It's unbelievable. You can't believe it.
Oh my god.
Now we are going to put immediately in the freezer for about half an We turn the ice cream carefully. We push from the bottom. Now we put back upside down. Now we cut with the meat.
Oh wow. Wow.
Then we put immediately on the plate. Carefully. If you want, you can put just a little cream on top.
obviously talking about poaching of salmon or anything for that matter, it's an art form that not everybody can do. And we had this discussion before briefly. And it's one of those things that not everybody can get right.
Yes, because you can boil the life out of it.
Yes, absolutely.
So let's try this. My goodness, have you tried your prawn?
Not yet. I haven't tried a prawn yet. Just try the salmon.
So done with the salad, now waiting on that main. Can't wait to dig in.
Let's do it.
Oh, I see it. Wow.
Thank you. Thank you.
So,
No, please, I insist, you must.
so I'll try from this view.
Please. Wow. That looks handful to
Okay, this is the problem with al dente.
Yes.
Good, but it's impossible to serve in a wok.
It's the flavor of the marinade that actually comes across when you actually taste it.
Sure.
The raw.
And it's not so strong that it overwhelms me, which is nice.
Because you should be able to taste the meat as well, especially where it comes from being from New Zealand. You don't want to kill the flavor of the meat. Some people do.
But I'm dying to try this pasta as well, because like I was saying, I love flat pastas. The tagliatelle looks amazing, and of course it's sun-dried tomatoes. So one for you.
Thank you.
Of me. Do you want this one?
No, you can have this one. I've had this one every day.
Oh,
So you can have it.
fair enough.
Haven't had it before, I'm telling you.
I haven't. I've tried the ice creams individually, but let's try them all together. Well, I'm happy to cook. Thank you so much for having me here. It's been great.
You're more than welcome.
And
And hopefully you'll come back and we've got a few other restaurants that you can also try out. So we've got the Cloud Cafe that you haven't tried yet. Of course, and we've got the Luff Lounge Bar that you can chill out at and have a drink if need be.
fantastic. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Hi guys, so I have a lovely lady from England who's just finished her vegetarian meal and is about to rush off to the airport. But before she does, we're going to pick her brains and see what she had to say, what she has to say about the food that she just tried. Hi, Dawn.
Hi, nice to meet you. Hello.
Well, so what did you have tonight?
Tonight I had the vegetable lasagna with warm brownies and ice cream for dessert.
And you were saying how happy you were it wasn't just stuffed with soya.
Exactly, yeah, no, lots of different vegetables and lots of, it was really good, lots of flavour.
And you were also telling me that this is your first time in Sri Lanka.
Yes, it is, yeah.
How did that happen?
Well, I've been on placement in New Zealand for my university course, and I had some friends here who were also doing the same thing, so I came for a holiday for a couple of weeks.
Interestingly, as Devon is heading to the airport, we've had another couple coming from England who landed about 3 hours ago with Keith and Gemma, and they're in Sri Lanka for the first time as well. Thank you for agreeing to be on camera.
Oh, that's okay.
And what are you having tonight?
I'm having the red mullet with curry sauce and potatoes. Lovely, very nice.
Fantastic. Is anything too spicy?
No, it's a little bit spicy, but I've got my smoothie here, so it's healthy.
Clever. and you're having a traditional Sri Lankan rice and curry.
Yeah, it's the first time I've tried it. It's really nice. Yeah.
And you were telling me that you've been to India, so how does this compare to Indian food? What's different?
It's good. It's got a better flavour than a lot of the chicken dishes that I've had before. We had a lot of vegetable dishes, so it's
Did you say bad flavour?
No, it's got a better flavour.
So guys, if you ever find yourselves wandering down Duplication Road and thinking, what do I have for dinner? Well, why not some authentic Italian food at the Scarlet Room? Now, if you guys are already a fan of the restaurant and want to share your feedback with us, do so on Facebook. You can join us and like our page. And also remember, all our videos will be up on YouTube. So if you miss us and if you are feeling in the mood for a culinary adventure, you know where to find us. Until then, stay lean but not hungry. I will see you again in a week.